What is going on? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build this superhero hideout. I might change the name. If you double stack it, you can turn it into the resort that I built before. I've had a few people asking for a tutorial, so that's why I'm doing it. Obviously, I've had to simplify the build a little bit to make it more easy for you to build. But if you do want to push yourself and try and build a resort like I done in the last video, then basically just build this on top of itself. So I'm going to show you all the steps that you need and basically just get right into it. Oh, I almost forgot. Don't forget to smash a like on this video, comment to let me know what you think, and use code code. Now we can get on with it. So we're just going to start off just building out in any direction, obviously into the ocean ideally, as far as you want. And then we're going to put the door on top, but make sure it is on top and not snapped on. Then we're going to get the monolithic wall 2A, and we're going to attach it to the floor and line it up so it sits just like that. You can't snap it on again, it's a bit bugged. So it's the same on the other side. Perfect. So now we're going to get a 16 by 12 wall and just slap it on the left and then 3 on the right. I believe it's 3. Let's find out. Hey, there we go, 3 on the right, or as much as you want really. And then monolithic wall 1A, the square one, pop that on the corner, pop another one which we will destroy, then get the monolithic rounded wall corner, place it out by 1 and then destroy it so it looks like that. And then this is your snapping point. Obviously that other piece is going to be the frame for when we put the wooden cladding on. And again, same technique, but actually I don't do it, I put it later on in the video, and it's way easier to just wait for that and do it then. And then at the back we're going to mirror the front, just without the door. So we're going to put that monolithic wall 2A, the curved one, and then we're going to put a 16 in, and then another monolithic wall, and then another one piece. It's literally identical to the front, it's just not got a door. And then this piece here is going to be an 8 by 8. It's going to be a floor piece that overhangs, and it's going to sit flush with the actual top of your wall, and it will go all the way around the outside. 2 trailer park girls go around the outside. And there we go, then just fill it in for 2 by 8 by 1, and again on the other side as well. Pretty easy. So now we need the monolithic wall 1 again. Pop that on the corner, get the innovative wall 4, the one that's got the indentations, and just make that curve around on the outside, and then again just a little 2 by 2 square wall there. Heroic window wall, you can't miss it, they all look different from each other. Pop 2 of them down, and again a corner piece. Just slightly different from the original design, but this is way easier to build, it's much better. And again, we're just building the same thing on the back. We're just going to bring it all the way around. And then again on the side, we're going to put a 2 by 2 by 12. And it's literally just going to finish. Actually, hold on. No, I do change this design. I change it a bit later. So you can put this one, or you can just bear with me and I just move the 2 by 2s either side. It's symmetrical, but we'll worry about that in a minute. So now we're going to get the window piece you can see there. Again, there's only one that looks like it, so you can't miss it. We're going to place that down. Again, do what we do with the corners just to bring them out. And then again, exactly the same on the back. And then again, yeah, like I said, exactly the same on the back. And then we need the innovative wall 1. This is the design that I've done. So I've done the indentation wall, the indented wall on the left and right. And then I've just destroyed all that because it's really bugging me that I didn't do it properly the first time. Oh, hey, there we go. So we're just going to mirror it. And then we're just going to build it along. Should be 4 16s by 12 in the middle. And Uncle Bob. Job done. Lovely jubbly. So then we're going to come over to the other side, and again it's just going to be following the design that is below. So we're just going to pop down a 2 by 2 and then finish it with a 8 by 2. There we go. And now the front, again, you can't really miss this window if it's the only one that looks like it. It's got like the horizontal lines on it. We're going to put down about 5 of those. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to put down an 8 wide version of it, and then a 2 wide version of it. Pop that down. Then we're going to put a normal square wall down there. And then we're going to put the curved one from earlier. We're going to put that round the monolithic wall corner. And that is just going to curve us around to the other side. And then we're going to again do the same thing, 2 by 2 wall there. And then we're going to come to the back. And then we're going to do exactly the same as what we've done in the front. And then I'll meet you in the middle. You can make it as wide as you want, but it's up to you entirely. And just put the corner wall again there. And then again, just put the 2 by 2 there. And then we're going to put either side a 16 wide window, and then a 8 wide window, and then we're going to put down the 2 by 2s. This is just because the dimensions are awkward. It's the only way I could really finish it and make it look good. And there we go, 8 by 2 in there, and it just gives it a bit more extra detail, and it's easier to center it as well. Now we get the scientific trim. We're going to put these all the way along on the top. And these are the 16 wide ones. Once you get to here, you need an 8 wide, and then 2 of the 2x2x2s. That's a mouthful. And then a 2x2x2 corner, and then a 2x16 2 all the way. Basically, just fit whatever you can just to get it to work. There we go. My cat's licking my leg and it tickles. So on the bottom side, we're going to do the same thing as the top, literally identical to the top. We're just sort of mirroring it down. And like I said earlier, if you wanted to build this like 15,000 million floors high, you hit complexity. But let's say you didn't. You're literally just building this structure on top of itself. And it's that simple. You could destroy the floor and copy the lines all the way up. That's what I've done. But it'd be too much work to do the original build. It just wouldn't make sense. This is the bit that I mentioned earlier that I forgot. Look how easy it is. Just ping it on the ceiling. There we go.
There we go. There we go.
Right, now this is the third floor. This is going to be the final floor. So we're just going to do basically what we've done on the bottom floor. Literally, like exactly the same. Job done, and then we're going to come around to the side again, do the same thing we've done on the floors below. Later on, as a bonus step, I'm going to add a balcony here. I actually kind of prefer it without the balcony, but I think for the sake of the option, it doesn't hurt. So I'll show you how to do a balcony a little bit later. Again, we're going to fill in the middle. There, yeah, boom. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put down a door, and then basically we're just going to fill it in. And I believe filling it in, I think it's 4 wide and 5 deep that I go. Yeah, so 4 wide left to right. And then about 5 deep. But you'll know because at the end we're going to put a 2x16 dark piece, and then we're going to put the 8x8s, and there should be just enough room for another 2x2 in there. Of the white one, of course, and that just gives it a... Wait, why is there no sound? Yeah, it just gives it a nice finish. And again, the top, we're just going to do exactly what we've done. On the upper bit, we're going to put the corner on the corner, and we're just going to round it all the way around. Very straightforward. Now it's time to do the balcony. So again, same as the roof, just fit the little pieces in where you can, put a round corner where the corner is, obviously, and then just fill in the rest. So this bit's a bit interesting. I've done a 2x16, and then I've had to come on the inside here and then put down 2x8 and then a 2x4 because they don't have any 12s. I don't know why, but that covers up that ugly gap on the inside. And then when you get to the outside again, it's a 2x8 and then a 2x4 just to fill in that last little bit. And it'll be literally identical on the back. So I'm going to shut up and let you crack on. That was easy. So now we'll come to the front and we're going to do a little layer just to make the building look a bit better and finish it off at the bottom. So just copy what I'm doing on the screen. If you have the beachside boulevard set, then you actually have more option for pieces. I think you've got some 12x2s in there and it's far easier to do it that way. But obviously for the sake of keeping it all supernova, this is how I'm going to finish off this bit here. The goal is just put a little 2 deep area around the bottom. We need a scientific wall can tile. I googled it, no idea what that means. And we're going to bring that out the front there. Go to each corner and just bring it out. Just flush, literally it will just snap on. There we go, like that. Just do that for all the ones you see me doing. I'll do some more later. For some reason I jump around. I don't really know why. Now we need the monolithic trim 06. And we're just going to put that with a curved edge on the outside. Underneath the door, you can't actually fit anything in. So it is going to have a gap, which to be fair, you're not really going to see much. Especially if you build some sort of bridge. And yeah, literally just do that all the way around. And this just sort of makes it look like it's floating. If it was a bit lower, it would actually be sat in the water. Mine is unfortunately sitting above the water. And yeah, it's kind of unsettling. But to be fair, it does add a nice little shape to it and finish it off. Now, we're going to do the thruster trick. I showed you this in my last video briefly how I done it. And we're going to get a 2x16. We're going to slap that right on the right hand side of the door. And literally we'll go all the way up with that. I think you go about 7 high. And there's like a teeny tiny gap there, which you're never going to see. And then we're going to be 16 next to that, and then an 8, then a 6, then a 4, which is like 28, but there's no 14 pieces, is how you have to do it. So again, build them all the way up, your 16s, your 8s, your 6s, and a 4. There we go. A 10 and an 8 would do, but we don't have them, so there we go. This is what it is. And then, yeah, I put a trim on the top of the door just to sort of finish that door off a bit better. I think it looks better. And again, same on this side, thruster, and they just be 3/16s next to each other, and then fit a 4 right at the end. Very easy. And again, the same on the back, should just be exactly the same as the front. It should be 16, 16, 8, 6, and 4. Right, now to the top. I'm literally jumping all over the place. I'm so sorry about that. It's just the way that I build. Down the 2x16, so we're going to put 4 of them down at the back. And then we're going to use the blue 16x16, the half blue 16x16, the half blue with the line through it, and then just fill the rest in with the wood. Lovely. Now the bottom, again, monolithic trim corner. And this is going to be for our actual leg. This is going to be supporting the actual build. So if you do break anything, it's going to hold it. So make sure it's like that. And build it all the way down, and you can see this way it's got that nice curve consistently going down. And then the same on the back, again put the curves. You can't snap it on, so you've got to sort of just hold it, and it is a bit fiddly, but that will just go all the way down into the water, and that will hold it nice and steady in case somebody breaks it by accident. Then we need a heroic support left. We're going to put these down either side. This was fiddly, I couldn't put the piece that I wanted to, so I had to settle for a monolithic wall corner, and I put down one of those either side, and then I basically just had a gap in the middle, and I put a monolithic wall, whatever it is, 2 all the way down to the ground, sound as a pound.
Looking good.
Right, and then here, just any odd gaps you've got, just shove one of those upside down pieces in. It's the easiest way to do it. And on this wall side here, just do the same thing, but do it flush, and literally that will finish it off. And then monolithic trim 6 again, and just put them in. Flip it though, so you don't have the curve visible, so you've just got the square flat edge, and then just get the 2x2x6s in there. Now that is looking beautiful. But there is bonus steps. Sort of. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to build a balcony, but I'm going to shut up, play some music, and just run it at 3 times speed, and you can copy it. Personally, I prefer it without the balcony, but obviously, you know, I've got to give you something extra. There's going to be no way to utilize the space, so there we go. Hey, we are back. So I've decorated it, but this isn't the right one. I've decorated it a little bit. I'll show you what I've done. But first, the reason I didn't do this bit here, my voice is going now. The reason I didn't do this is because it is such a pain to fit. Like, you have to like freehand it all, and you can see where it lines up, and it's just a lot of hassle. I really didn't feel like there was enough time to do it, and it's just like very stressful. But if you want to try and figure out, you basically just build this all the way along, all the way round, and then you build these down freehand, so that will attach to this, and then you put a wall down, this will attach to that, and then you work your way down, use a curve piece, go flush. And then these bits here do not line up, as you can see. It's tight at the top, big gap at the bottom. It is just such a pain, so didn't want to go through that. And also I feel like for a massive build like that, it actually works, But for a smaller one like this, to be fair, it's kind of looks better as it is now. Why does my voice sound like this? Anyway, so do a quick fly around. I'm not going to do any first person stuff, but we'll do a fly around. And you've already seen how this looks, but got a nice little decoration here. And as we go inside, oh, some plants here. Obviously, I filled out a floor. Do what you wish with the floor, but this is how that looks. Big space here for like some armor displays or whatever. And then you come here, and there's like a split staircase. The left-hand side takes you up to the next floor. There's a gap here that I should probably fix. And then you've got this whole entire floor here for your living space or whatever you want. And then you can either hop across here or do it the proper way. Because after building the staircase, I looked up and realized, there's a door there. Well, it was in the middle, but I moved it over. So now you'd walk up the stairs, come around, and this takes you to the roof. So it's not the best, I'm not going to lie. I didn't like the position of this door here, but there wasn't much I could do. Because this staircase actually looks really good without that extension. But it's what it is, but that's it. Got your bottom floor, your second floor, and of course your roof. As always, I do appreciate you watching, so smash a like if you haven't, comment and let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one.